I am 30 weeks pregnant, 3/4 of the way there. So exciting. So before I get into this week, I just want to apologise for last week's little emotional breakdown. So I went for my scan and I went in a wee bit earlier to be monitored because I rang up just to say how worried I was. And they said, come on in, and the monitoring happened. And as soon as we pulled up at the hospital, baby started doing its somersaults that I'm more used to, and it's not stopped moving since, really. So monitoring went well, and then we had the scan, and we don't know what we're having, and the sonographers know that. And when it comes to doing the scan, I find it interesting that they're really adamant, you've got to look away now and you can look back. So I said to my husband, oh, I bet you this means that there's something that can be seen. And he's like, oh yeah. So he's like, oh gosh, we'll have to start thinking of boys' names properly now, because the girls' names are coming to us easily. We have a couple of boys' names, but they're just not flowing at us, and we don't really want to go in there with like a specific boy's name or a specific girl's name, because we don't know what the baby's going to suit whenever it comes out. So yeah, that happened. And then baby just moving all over the shop, which is lovely to see. And it's got hair in its head. It's really like hairy wee head on it, and big tuft on its neck, which is lovely. So yeah, I have finally cracked my sleep this week. I am back to sleeping quite well, only waking every few hours, which is amazing. I feel like a whole new woman. And God love Toby, I am snoring like a bloody trooper. I have got these strips for my nose. I'm just going to pause this video and like restart it in a second. I've got these strips for my nose that I bought, and I think they're keeping my nose clearer and more comfortable for me, but I am still snoring, and they're supposed to stop me snoring. Anyway, I'm going to pause this and come back on in a second with my products. So in terms of what I think has made all the difference is this Feather and Down body lotion. So it's got magnesium in it and lavender and chamomile, and I used it the night before last and didn't have restless legs at all. And then the next night, 3 nights ago, and then the night before last I used this pure magnesium oil spray, and I was a wee bit wary about it because like it is pure magnesium, and I'm not using it under doctor's advice, but my husband's a doctor, so I'm like hoping for the best. But I still had the restless legs. But last night again, I used this and felt great all night long. So I don't need the massages anymore from my husband, which is the only thing that helped. But then I still got the restless legs around 4 in the morning. And these are the nasal strips that I'm using across my nose at night. But they're clearly not stopping the snoring. So any advice that you have, and also, does it stop this snoring like after you've had the baby? Because I don't want to be a snorer forever. Anyway, I feel like a new woman because I'm sleeping. And then I'm going for my walks again. I went for a swim again today. I had been going regularly and then got me awful cold, so stopped going, and you just have to like break the back of it sometimes getting back into the pool. But when I'm walking and I'm trying to do my pelvic floor exercises as I'm walking, it's like, oh, there's a lot to hold up there. And I'm definitely walking a wee bit slower as well. Met up with my sister for a wee walk in Crosby this morning, and it was nice. She's like, how fast can you walk? And I was like, kind of this fast. And she was like, oh really? And she was all excited about the belly and like moving the belly around to feel kicking and stuff. And then we went for a cuppa, and my bump knocked over my cup of tea, and then I spilled ketchup down my top and was eating a sausage sandwich. So I'm just a walking mess, really. Yeah, so something I'm enjoying this week is just like not having to hold in my belly, just letting it all hang out. It's quite liberating to not be holding in my belly anymore. Sorry, I got a phone call as well while I was trying to do that. So yeah, we were in John Lewis on Saturday, and we hadn't booked an appointment or anything. We just thought we'll pop in if we're available. And we popped into town, and it was just mayhem. This place was so disorganised and messy, and it was really busy. And I went into total sensory shutdown mode. I just couldn't cope with it all. There was just so much choice. My husband definitely held it for the team for us, and we were planning to go for a cinema date and a meal and stuff, but we went to a pub afterwards just to have a drink, and it was really noisy and I just had to get home. I was like, oh my god, I need to de-people, as we say. And then I think I said this last week that I asked to be booked onto the hypnobirthing course and was told that it's fully booked. So I have now bought online a bump to the bump chapter, or I can't remember what it's called, but it's bump to birth chapter or something. And it's a hypnobirthing course that I'll get to eventually. And I'm really enjoying it, but we were like, oh, we'll start reading about a chapter of this book, KG Hypnobirthing textbook that my sister-in-law was given, and her notes. So anyway, we started reading the book thinking we'll be diligent, we'll read a chapter a night, and we couldn't even make it through half a chapter. We were like hysterically laughing. Found it very cult-like. Hope I'm not causing offence to anybody, but telling you that you shouldn't be using the word pain, and we don't use the word pain, and your husband should be telling the midwife if the midwife's asking what your pain level is, that you know, you should be saying we're not using that word pain. For God's sakes, there's pain that's going to happen. Accept it. And then saying contractions are, you know, not a good word to use because of the harsh consonants in it. So you're better to use the word surge. But for me, a surge is like something you've no control over. It goes shh. I don't want that. But my husband came up with flush swoosh. So it's nice and soft, but I have no problem with the word contraction. Accepting it for what it is. It's quite scientific. It's what happens to your body. But anyway, it did entertain us. We were both on the same page. That was just bloody ridiculous. But we still haven't picked up the book again yet. And then we were this week coming. We'll be in 31 weeks and our NCT course is starting. So getting to meet 5 other couples that are at the same sort of stage. I'm looking forward to it. Toby, a little bit less, is looking forward to it, but it should be good. And then it was Mother's Day yesterday, and my friend sent me this poem that she was sent whenever she was pregnant with her first child. So I'm just going to read it for you. Mummy, can you feel me? I'm wriggling just for you. I can hear you say you love me. Mum, I love you too. Very soon you'll meet me and kiss my tiny face, and I will feel your warm skin and admire you for your grace. Mummy, are you ready? My life is just about to start. I will hold your little finger, but you will hold my heart. We did find it funny. I read this out to my husband, you know, the grace bit, because I have 0 grace to save my life. But yeah, 30 weeks, 3/4 of the way there, 31 weeks, I'm coming for you. It's just crazy. Oh, God, I have a baby